Oh, bye-bye. Oh, look at that.
What a sad end to the TARDIS that would be.
Yeah. Well, hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul, and as always, I'm joined by
Thomas.
And what are we doing, Thomas? I've just completely blanked all of a sudden. We're watching Doctor Who.
We're watching Doctor Who.
We've been known to do that on occasion, yes, on this channel. We've occasionally watched Doctor Who, amongst other things. We are about to dive into a new story. Before we do that, though, just worth saying, we love to have your comments down below. Let us know what you think of the stories. We love to engage with those and chat with you guys. You can also chat with us on our Discord server, which is in the description. You can find a link to join that. It's a place for us to chat about more Doctor Who stuff. And if you'd like to support us on Patreon, you can get the full-length reactions on there. There are various tiers, and again, you can find the link for that down in the description. And we'd love to have you on board for that as well. And all the information you need for that is on the link, so have a look there. So yeah, we're about to jump into another story. I think is this the second story of the season, Thomas? I think we've done Day of the Daleks, haven't we?
That's right, yeah.
And we felt that was a pretty good start, didn't we?
Yeah.
Big return for the Daleks after sort of, I think it was 5 years or so absence, which is quite a lot, isn't it? When you think of it in real time.
It was good to finally see Pertwee's doctor interacting with his arch enemy.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, a great thing. So, well, we're about to jump into another story here. We've got a four-parter coming up, The Curse of Peladon. Not Peloton. That's a type of exercise bike, I think.
Sounds like a type of dinosaur.
What Curse of Peladon. Yeah. It could, well, who knows, Thomas? You don't know what's going to happen yet. So
I wonder if it's connected to pterodactyls.
So this was broadcast from the 29th of January to the 19th of February 1972, written by Brian Hales and directed by Lenny Mayne. I had this one on video as a kid, actually, and I've got quite fond memories of it. I'm not really sure what the general fan consensus is about it. I don't know. I've seen some people be a bit negative and then other people very positive. So I'm
hoping for another chase here.
Absolutely. So, what I will say to you is keep your eyes peeled for... No, never mind. We'll deal with that when we get there.
Oh, intriguing.
So whet your appetite there. Paul. Yeah. But very apt for Doctor Who to be left on a cliffhanger. Now, I will say, let's see if you recognise that I'd forgotten there was someone else in this as well. Let's see if you recognise one of the characters. I'd be very surprised if you do.
Okay. This looks like a prime location for the Master to show up.
So I will ask you whether you recognise this, the king that he's talking to. I'll let that just sit with you, and you can...
The one who's on the throne?
On the throne.
Oh, so this guy?
Yeah.
I feel... He looks like the Joker or something. Has he been in Doctor Who?
He has been in Doctor Who, not before this... Well, he has been in it before this point, but in the background. But he's been in the modern era.
Ah, okay.
As a much more prominent character.
If it's from the Tennant era, I'll be kicking myself. If it's from the Smith or Capaldi, less so, because I only watched those when they first started.
Well, I was just thinking, like, I think he might have been in it twice, but he's definitely in the Tennant era. I will give you a clue as well that he has a... I mean, it won't help you in working out which story he's in necessarily, but he has a famous Doctor Who father as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's not Patrick Troughton's son, is he?
He is, yep. So he's David Troughton.
From Midnight.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think if he was also in... I swear there was a Troughton in Last Christmas as well, the Capaldi Christmas one, but I'm not sure it was him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, it was Michael Troughton who was in Last Christmas. Different Troughton.
Oh, another Troughton.
So have you noticed anything, though, about where we are here? Or where we're not?
The TARDIS.
Well, we're not on Earth, though, are we?
Oh, true, yeah. Yeah, because there was that shot of the TARDIS in the cleft of a kind of rock.
Yeah.
We haven't had much off-Earth yet in the Capaldi era.
The Pertwee era.
Sorry, took you the Capaldi. Had Capaldi on the brain.
Now, you did say before we started that I left you on a cliffhanger, Thomas.
Wow, literally.
Here we are.
Was it Planet of Giants, the Hartnell episode, that one of the cliffhangers was literally the TARDIS falling off a cliff?
Oh, I don't know, was it at the beginning of like the Romans or something? I can't
Oh,
remember.
maybe, yes. Yeah, the Romans, I think you're right, actually. Oh no, it's happening again.
Oh, bye-bye. Oh, look at that.
What a sad end to the TARDIS that would be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little bit careless, isn't it? He's really stuffed that one up. You'd think the TARDIS would have an inbuilt thing that kind of, if it starts to fall, it would kind of sort itself out.
Dematerialise or something.
Yeah.
We can always wait here, I suppose.
No thanks. Anyway, we don't even know where we are.
Well, because we saw it fly up from the water, didn't we, in Fury from the Deep?
That's true.
Hello. What a
Now, do you recognise this
succulent
character?
son of a gun.
This alien has actually appeared in the modern era.
Has it?
Yeah.
Prominently, or was it kind of a...
Relatively prominently. I mean, as a bit of a cameo, but enough to be...
Right.
Indeed, you're
I'm demonstrating my lack of...
remote and unattractive planet at best.
Say again, the omens are not good.
So, you won't get it. So,
Ignore my warnings. And now you're
they appeared at the end of a Capaldi story. The one that was set on Mars with the
Conference must be cancelled.
Ice Warriors, I believe.
Oh, yes, I remember that one.
They appeared like on the TV screen at the end. It was like a rescue mission or something.
Oh, okay.
Now there were some concerns around the costume for this creature.
Oh, really?
Well, they decided to put a cape in it because they were worried that it looked a bit like a great big green penis. So they thought putting
Putting
some
a
clothes
cape
on it.
would help.
So it says here, during rehearsals, Lenny Mayne was appalled to discover what the costume department had constructed for Alpha Centauri, which he believed to be unambiguously phallic. To compensate, costume designer Barbara Lane outfitted the hexapod with a yellow cloak. Upon seeing the costume for the first time, Mayne said, "It looks like an effing prick." When the cloak was added, he said, "Now it looks like a prick in a cape." Jon Pertwee responded embellishing the story by adding that when Mayne said this, a group of Boy Scouts were visiting the set. So this is quite a different feel already to a lot of other... I'm just going to say Capaldi now. A lot of other Pertwee stories, because we're not getting any of that kind of earthy unit location shooting at all so far, are we?
That's true.
This is all a set, isn't it? So
I think it's interesting that we keep accidentally saying Capaldi. Do you think Capaldi's Doctor was more shaped by Hartnell or Pertwee?
it's a good question. I think visually, there's a lot of Pertwee in what he initially started off. I think with like he had the kind of red cape thing, didn't he? Inside the black, it was red lined, and that was very sort of Pertwee. He's not visually dissimilar to Pertwee either, is he? Particularly in his later series, his hair gets quite long and doesn't look dissimilar to Pertwee here.
This is an interesting creature, isn't it? It almost looked like the glass was had water dripping down the inside of it.
Yeah, I think it was designed to have this fluid that comes out of the creature's head. So that
was really nice. Made it look more kind of biological, didn't it?
Seen anything like it before?
Yeah, it is nice.
Has an almost Shakespearean tone, doesn't it? This the king wrestling with what it means to be king. A bit like when Kenneth Branagh did the Thor film.
Yes.
Ah, Ice Warrior. So that's why in the Mars episode they brought back the other creature.
Yeah.
very much
Alpha,
harking back to this one.
yeah.
Primitive planet.
Alpha Centauri does look a bit like she's had a bath curtain just thrown around her, shower
Yeah.
curtain.
The success of our mission is threatened. Violently.
Doesn't look like she can do a lot with her limbs.
No.
They're a little bit like the Optera from the Web Planet.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. That was an interesting cliffhanger. Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, what do you make of that one then?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I mean, quite a few aliens introduced. You had Alpha Centauri, you had the jar creature.
Arcturus.
Arcturus, that's it. You had the Ice Warriors. And then you had this whole kind of king and his team. So a lot of characters introduced. So it felt a little bit like, okay, we've got to get through quite a lot of exposition, and which is often the case in the first episode of a story. Quite a lot of sort of politics and stuff. But I thought it was quite entertaining overall. I quite enjoyed the interactions. Joe and the Doctor's little knowing glances and nudges and stuff. So, yeah, I thought it was quite fun. What about you?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff in there. I think, like you say, those little bits between the Doctor and Joe, there's lots of little things where you just feel like they've got a nice rapport with each other, where they kind of play off each other quite well. Even when, just the two of them coming up, getting out the TARDIS, coming up the mountainside, finding the secret passage, and then Joe playing, kind of taking the initiative and taking on the role of Princess Josephine and kind of saying, oh, the pilot was quite inefficient, and the Doctor's kind of giving her a look and stuff. And it's, we'd kind of commented on it before, hadn't we, that sometimes in the previous two seasons, Pertwee's Doctor had seemed a bit sort of aloof and cold towards the Brigadier and companions. But actually that seems to have, you don't get that sense really here. There's a greater warmth between the characters, which is what I think, when I think of Pertwee, I think of it more like that in my head, probably because I think majority of what I saw when I was younger was season 9 onwards, probably.
Right.
With a few ones from the previous seasons, of course, but yeah, I think it's much more noticeable that here. And there's just lots of nice things in there. I think there's a great assortment of characters introduced. There is a lot going on. There's just a lovely mix, isn't there, of all these different sort of colourful characters.
Yeah.
Ice Warriors, Alpha Centauri, Arcturus, the King and his kind of advisors. And I really like the setting as well. It's nice. It's just a change, isn't it, up from what we've had. And it feels a bit more... I don't know, it feels a bit more like the Hartnell and Pertwee era. No, sorry, Hartnell and Troughton era, because we haven't had any location shooting, because we're back all on sets. It's got more of that kind of stage play feel. Well, you said it yourself, it's like a Shakespeare play.
Yeah. Some nice scenery chewing.
Yeah. So I really like that, and I think really nice at the beginning, you're having the TARDIS, the model TARDIS kind of falling down the cliff, and it's quite a fall, isn't it? They don't just kind of do one shot. You've got different part, going down quite a large part of the mountain and looking down and stuff. They've gone to quite an effort there. I think I read that the TARDIS was made out of like old credit cards, that one, but it had a working light in it and stuff. So that was a little one they'd made for that.
Huh.
But yeah, I think that's quite a strong opening episode for me. I've quite enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to where the rest of it goes, because to be honest, I don't have a huge recollection of the ins and outs of the story. I have the basic idea in my head, but not all of it by a long shot. So yeah,
I didn't know they had credit cards in the 70s. No, I'm joking.
I don't know what they had.
Yeah, well, it's certainly not used as commonly, I guess.
No, didn't they have to wasn't there like a machine
swipe.
that you well, no, but yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know how it worked. Like,
Ka-ching. I remember I was at a Tesco once, and the contactless, or the PIN machine wasn't working, so they swiped it, and the bank like locked my card because they thought it was a suspicious thing because it's so rare. I think it was on a Scottish, it was on Sky, so it was quite remote, and it's so rare apparently that shops swipe cards now that they thought it was a suspicious thing and froze my card, which is quite funny.
How bizarre. Well, I guess, I suppose, they would know, wouldn't they, if it's a random thing. I didn't even know they could detect that.
Yeah. Anyone else had any card trouble? Let us know in the comments. Paul and Thomas, Banking Solutions.
Yes.
Nice. Well, should we take a look at the next one?
Yeah. So thanks, everyone. Let us know what you think of this one down in the comments. Join us for more soon. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Adios, muchachos.